What up, YouTube Live? How's it going, everybody? This is yours truly, Rama Screen. Um, I wasn't able to do this live stream review last night after watching the latest Star Trek Discovery episode because, man, yesterday was a long day. Uh, and so after watching the episode, which was kind of, I watched it like pretty late at night. Oh, you know what? My battery's running out on my phone. So I was so sleepy, I couldn't get myself to stay awake long enough to do this review. Let me charge my battery here. So I'm gonna do this right now using my phone instead of my computer. I want to talk a bit about Star Trek Discovery Season 2, Episode 3 before um, before I have to head out today to Santa Barbara Film Festival. I'm covering Santa Barbara Film Festival this whole weekend. And then I'll be back Sunday. I'll be back in town for the Super Bowl to enjoy Super Bowl. Okay, so like always with all my episode recap and TV reviews, this too may contain spoilers. So I'll be spilling some spoilers here. There's a couple of maybe three arcs going on in this episode two, title three. I mean season two, episode three, titled "Point of Light." Um, First up, it's about Tilly having a beautiful mind episode. You know, a beautiful mind, the movie with Russell Crowe. And then the other arc is um, Spock's mother, Amanda. I forgot her name. Grayson, played by one of my favorite actresses, Mia Kirshner. She visits Michael Burnham. Michael Burnham, of course, the adopted daughter of or adopted sister of Spock. Um, and then the other arc is about the Klingons. We get to see Ash Tyler again. Ash Tyler, as you know, as a refresher, has um, how do I put this? He's ingrained the Volk, a Klingon, um, legacy and DNA in him. So now we see him as what it's called a torchbearer, and he's basically the right hand person of Laurel, who is in charge. Um, and the other Klingons don't like that. They don't like that at all. That the humans are like barking orders at them. And by the end of the episode, voila! Michelle Yeoh is back as the Emperor, or in this world, in this universe, Georgia Philippa. And I love this. I got nothing against the original Georgia Philippa. She's this wise leader that mentored Burnham. But this version of Georgia Philippa, this one from the Terran universe, man, she is so sassy. It's some of her comments in this one's like, "Phew, kids, psh, baby, they're like parasites." she she has so much attitude, and um it takes a lot to please her. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, I am so glad that CBS All Access and the producers of this show are developing a spin-off Star Trek series with Georgia Philippa as the lead. Oh my god. And this version of Georgia Philippa. So it's gonna be really hilarious. It's gonna be really fun to watch. It's gonna be awesome. Um okay, so that's basically the plot overall. I don't want to make this review too long because I have to pack to go to Santa Barbara. Um First up, about Tilly, man, holy crap. Mad props to actress Mary Wiseman. She played that a beautiful mind thing really well, man. Because um, she's seeing her dead ghost friend from her childhood, and then at one point she even snaps at Captain Pike on the bridge because while she's supposed to be going through this training to become a captain, she is distracted by her ghost friend, and the whole time Mary Wiseman just plays that note really beautifully, man, on point. Like that whole crazy losing her mind shit thing going on. Mary Wiseman nails it. And and at one point I'm like, oh my god, this is it. She's gonna get fired. This is gonna get kicked off Starfleet, and this will be the last time we'll ever see Tilly. And you know what? That ghost friend is so annoying. She's so annoying. Obviously, ultimately, we find out that she's not really a ghost. But that's also the one thing that I have also on my notes here. When Tilly comes to Burnham, because Tilly's like, I think I'm thinking I'm losing grip of reality here. And usually, when two friends like that have heart to heart, um, in many cases, because I have two little sisters, um, they're mostly they see me as the men as fixers. Like we always try to come up with solutions, but when girls have heart to heart, I'm not trying to be sexist here. I'm just I'm just keeping it real. They usually like listen to each other. That's they're on this different level of conversation. But Burnham, man, they're I guess maybe her time with the Vulcans or whatever, her logic, her reasoning is like grinding more than about the whole emotional thing. And she's like, she's putting the, you could tell she puts the two and two together as Lily explains what's happening to her. It's like, wait, your ghost friend doesn't understand tears, or she doesn't know what tear is. Hmm. Let me put my detective Sherlock Holmes cap on and solve this crime. and, and in just a matter of minutes, we figure out it's the essence of the sporting that's been bothering, or that's been like, I guess you can say, interrupting Tilly. She was girl interrupted, and Stamets, of course, fixes the whole thing. They show the scene that was in the trailer. Do you remember the trailer for season 2, where Stamets is like, I don't know what it was when I first watched it. I was like, what is going on? Stamets is sucking something out of Tilly. And I read what other fans of Star Trek are saying, like, oh, that has to do with the spore thing, probably, because, oh, turns out, yes, it is. So we got to see that scene last night, and that's pretty cool. Um, and is it just me, or Saru is so involved in everybody's business on that on that ship? Look, I'm not saying that to minimize Saru or to diss Saru, um, but man, he's even like, Saru's even a referee in their freaking marathon, and Saru has to be there when Tilly when Stamets is sucking that thing out of Tilly. I'm like, okay, Saru, you're bordering on micromanaging here. Saru is in on everybody's business. Saru is everywhere, in every inch part of that ship. Like, oh, another crew has a problem. Let me go over there also, talk to them. uh, of course, I'm kind of jokingly saying that because Saru is a big key lead of the cast, so they have to. If they don't have if there's an episode where Saru's not really heavily involved in the story arc, the writer's like, okay, let's just put Saru here, and then have him oversee the marathon. um, by the way, having running a marathon on that ship, man, because I used to be a marathoner. I kid you not, in my 20s, I used to run 26.2 miles here and there, and I think I think last night in the episode they ran a half marathon. It was so I 13.1, and it's like, oh my god, how do you do that on the ship? Like, because people will be walking, right, and it's like tight quarters, right, tight hallways. You can, like, I don't know, keep bumping into everybody while you run, and people get pissed at you because you keep bumping into them. Um, I think there's gotta be, for a future like this with high tech advanced technology like this, they should come up with a better innovative way of doing marathon on the Discovery or on the ship, because that looks unsafe to me. That looks like it it's grounds for, like, people falling, people getting hit. liability issues. Crew members might sue each other because um, I just don't see it as safe. Anyway, let's go back to the story. The other, so that's Tilly, right? Tilly. So I'm glad that matter is taken care of in the end. And Pike. Pike is a very charming, forgiving, cool dude. I don't think he's gonna be taking that whole, Tilly snapping at him personally once he finds out what actually is the reason. Excuse me. So I think Tilly would be in a good place again. What an interesting um, turn of event for the character Tilly. For the writers to like, oh, let's put Tilly in a beautiful mind kind of scenario. I was like, okay, that's interesting, I guess. Um, all right, so the one with the Klingon, let's discuss that. It's about power struggle, right? Ambition, and bigotry, prejudice. You can throw that into against Ash Tyler being the human, I guess, leader, if you want to say leader loosely, because he's basically the right hand man of Laurel. And so, from the angle of the other Klingons, for them not to trust him, it's not really baseless. I can understand where they're coming from. Like, okay, he's not one of us. Why is he, you know, telling us what to do? He doesn't know our struggle. He doesn't know our history. Yeah, sure, he has that whole, DNA stuff going on, but he doesn't look like Volk. He doesn't look Klingon. Um, so from that angle, you can probably understand their frustration, but that's not necessarily the angle that they are coming from. It's mostly like, hey, you don't look like us, and that is categorized under bigotry. And on top of that, to compound that, this one fella, I forget his name, he is power hungry. So the idea of a human telling him what to do, and the idea of a female telling him what to do, it pisses him off, and he feels entitled to that power. So he orchestrates a coup, and we see that coup take place last night, and the fight scene happening. And I, at one point, I was kind of worried. I was like, because when both Ash and Laurel get paralyzed, I was like, oh shit, this is it. This is the end of them. And I was actually a little bit, um I guess the word I'm looking for is shocked, but a part of me kind of in the back of my head is like, I don't know, maybe that's a trick. I'm talking about the part where Laurel is holding Ash Tyler's head and her baby's head. I was like, whoa, it was like, holy smokes, that is some violent shit, right? I was like, oh man, they actually went there. But in the back of our heads, we're like, ah, this is like a sleight of hand kind of thing, making them look this way when you're actually doing that way. And we see in the end, it gets revealed that they they gave up the baby for adoption. I think to some kind of a monastery or some sort. Um, and the baby will never know their parents. And to both Volk, Ash Tyler, and Laurel, and that's an okay thing. That's totally okay as long as the baby's safe. And Georgia Philippa comes in and saves the day during that coup. Oh, during the moment where like, oh my God, that's it. She gives her signature. She gives her power away, and that's it. He's gonna kill them. And Georgia Philippa, man, Georgia Philippa has the worst timing. Why can't she show up like earlier? She has to pull like the giant eagles in the Hobbit movies. Oh, I hate those giant eagles, man, because they come like right at the very last desperate moment when they're when our heroes and the hobbits are about to die. It's like, oh, here we go, now we can fly. that's that's how I feel about Georgia Philippa last night. It's like, oh, your timing sucks, but hey, better late than never, right? Better late than never. At least she comes, swoops in, and saves them. I before we move on to the last plot, I just want to say that I am not. I'm a little. I find that whole Klingon thing kind of played out now. You know, because we dealt with them a lot in season one, um, to the point where I'm like, dude, let's move on. Let's move on. You know, we're in the middle of uncovering this whole seven signals and this whole Red Angel mystery. Why we gotta go back to Klingon again? Why do we gotta go back to Ash Tyler? At the same time, I can understand though because they want to close that story. If that is the intention, if last night is the intention, if the intention of last night's plot is like, okay, we haven't really put a bow tie on this, you know, in a nice red box, and then actually finish the story. So if that's the intention, then I'm all for it, right? So now we know Ash Tyler with his huge Nebuchadnezzar beard. Probably birds can nest on it. Um, so now we know where he is. We know that where he ends up. He's hanging about Georgia Philippa's ship. Now we know that Laurel still has her throne. Now we know that the baby's safe. Okay, now can we move on? You know, from that whole Klingon thing. We had a bunch of Klingon storyline in the first season. What I'm trying to say is I find it a little bit exhausting. Like give me something new, something fresh. And there's these seven signals, this Red Angel mystery thing. That's something fresh to me. Um, okay, so the last plot is about that. Amanda Grayson comes in to visit Michael Burnham, and they have a long talk discussion about Spock, where Spock is, and then they also fill Captain Pike in on the discussion, and Captain Pike demands to see Spock, and then it's revealed. We find out that Spock is apparently accused of murder or some sort. With apparently he murdered some of the doctors in the psychiatric facility that he finds himself in. So that's another mystery that needs to be revealed later on. And to you, my fellow Star Trek fans, or my fellow Star Trek Discovery fans, help me out here. I'm a little confused as to the mystery about why Michael Burnham and Spock are estranged. Now, last night it's revealed by Michael Burnham when she has a discussion with Amanda Grayson that I did something. I tried playing that on replay a couple times to catch it. You know, trying to understand it, trying to get a full sense of it. You know, I kid you not. I like, okay, let me go back again to that scene. But I still can't understand it. I can't understand it. She says something along the lines of, "I did something that's irreparable. I kind of pushed him away, and now I don't think we can. Our relationship can be fixed between us. You know, me and Spock. What is that? Can you guys like fill me in on that? Like, or or do you think that she hasn't revealed it last night? She only says that part, and and then we'll get to see what that is later on in the subsequent episodes. Let me know. Let me know what I'm missing out here. But obviously, there's some animosity between her and Spock, and I want to know what that is. So fill me in if I overlooked some information from last night because I tried replaying that part and I couldn't understand it still. Um, Last note, I want to just comment on Amanda Grayson. She is played by Mia Kirshner. Ah, Mia Kirshner is so freaking hot. Have you seen the L Word? Have you seen that movie? Not another teen movie. Not oh, she plays the hot sister. That's Nymphomaniac. Mia Kirshner is freaking beautiful, man. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm so glad that she is part of Star Trek Discovery. I think Spock's mom in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie is played by Winona Ryder, I believe. So anyway, I think Mia Kirshner does a fantastic job here, and I hope we get to see more of her showing up recurringly, of course. And I just heard that the L Word sequel series is being developed by Showtime, so we'll see if she shows up there again. Ah, love Mia Kirshner. Um, and so another fantastic episode. Point of Light, season 2, episode 3. Um, Happy to see Georgia Philippa back again. Can't wait to see you next week. Hopefully, we'll get back to the whole uncovering the seven signals and the Red Angel. Obviously, Spock knows more than he lets on in that voice message. Because he's been seeing this Red Angel and these seven signals when he was a kid, before anybody else, before this mystery even surfaces to the fleet. So yeah, this is great. It gets my curiosity going, and it's like, I want to know more. Let me turn the page. Let me turn the page. I want to see what happens next in the chapter. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in on this very, very, very unrefined, abrupt, but still friendly and warm live stream review of Star Trek Discovery Season 2, Episode 3, titled Point of Light. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, as always, and subscribe to my channel. Uh, Press that like button, ring that bell, and if you can help support this channel, please support it at patreon.com/ramascreen. Okay, I'm now packing and getting ready to go to Santa Barbara Film Festival. I might do reviews of the Young Justice Outsiders either before I leave or when I'm there at Santa Barbara Film Festival. So we'll see about that. You'll be hearing from me soon as well. All right. Thank you